below me, that didn't sound right, but in any
That
case,
didn't sound right.
no. We got Rob Conley, Bat in the Attic. We got Tim Shorts, Gothridge Manor, and we got Glenn Hallstrom, Old Man Grognard,
Hiya, folks.
and yes, YouTube slash I think Restream reset the time as I was setting the live stream up, so it set it for the nearest time to when I was setting up the live stream. So if you're seeing 4:15, I'm guessing your Mountain Time because I did this around 6:10. So I think yeah, there's a little bit of a confusion. I'm so sorry. But welcome to the live stream. This is your panel. There may be more, but we make no guarantees. This is, as you can see here, this is your gold grade 10 Cars Tavern. So don't be spoiled.
What's the story behind that?
What's the story behind that? So when I was putting together my little wax like seal for like my videos, and I threw it into Gemini. Gemini's like, you could get a gold seal for when you do reviews. And
Really?
I was like, okay, let me see what it looks like. I went, holy crap, that actually looks good.
Yeah, it does.
I was like, and I didn't have to like tell it to like correct anything on that one. I was like, all right.
Even better.
And then they have one, maybe I'll upload it for later, that is a little less striking, looks a little bit more unrefined, and apparently that's for like modifications and house rules. And it looks like somebody's discarded copper piece. I mean, I was surprised, to say the least. But this one I like. This one
looks good. Yeah,
it's got some life to it. It looks not so bad. But yeah, I'll see if I can find the other one. Oh, where are these coins on this desktop? Here we go. Here's the one hacked. I'll see if I can bring this up. But yeah, no, we're
So why is it overlaying everything where your background is not?
Because it is actually like I can, if I put it on the other side of the screen, this is using Restream to do it. So Restream can only put it in two places. It can put it over the chat, which I guess would work if I move the chat to rotate in the other direction, or I can put it here. So I'm putting it here for now. Well,
just like the hump.
Well, you look official.
Yeah, that's the hacked and modded.
Oh, I do like that one too. I like that.
Yeah,
one.
That's good. I like the black on gold on bronze.
Yeah, no. I was, and again, I didn't ask for it. I just wanted to refine my wax seal because I was trying to get the wax seal so I could watermark my videos, and it was like, oh yeah, that's good, but we can do more. It's like the $6 million man. We can rebuild him. This is what I was refining. That's what I was
not bad either, but
is that kind of the wax seal type deal there?
That's the wax seal, and it's like, oh well, we have more than that. I was like, oh, okay.
Got more options than that.
Yeah. So we'll go back to the gold because it makes me feel like we're much more valuable.
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, this is a series of podcasts that is very well regarded.
So John Miller says that Jay Scott did a live stream recently on Mel's Guide to Greyhawk. The book will be made for 5e, but with suggested rules changes for a 1e feel.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I believe is in the works. And honestly, all the big announcements are going to be at Gen Con this year. So
always
makes sense.
Well, no, Watchy's going to be there this year. They're going to be there in force.
Oh, really?
And,
Okay.
oh yeah, they're going to be running panels and seminars and
About time.
All right, I just want to know which one of you shipped them the potion of sanity.
Whoever decided to hire the new uh, whoever decided to hire Dan, it's like, well, we need somebody in charge of the IP. Let's get this guy, and it's like, wow, he's some things I know that's good that I can't talk about publicly yet until Watsi talks about it publicly, but there's a sea of change coming. But listen, it's a corporation; it doesn't change
Right.
overnight. You know.
Yeah, they move like iceberg.
Well,
You don't need to get the D20 modern SRD and the D20 SRD under Creative Commons.
I would love to see that. I would, we don't even have the third edition SRD under Creative Commons.
The what?
We have the 5e under Creative
Right.
Commons. We don't
Yeah,
have.
that's the only one that we
Yeah,
have.
we don't have the third edition. I'd love to see that. So.
That's what I meant to buy the D20. Which is
Okay.
the original name, the D20 SRD.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
I forget some things. I'm getting old. Okay, you'll all have to forgive me. But let's see. So other than Melf's being announced and Watsi saying that they've probably got a dozen or more announcements scheduled for Gen Con, I do know that there's been a lot of discussion and videos over whether or not Watsi apologizing twice to the Gygax family. I mean, Dan Ayub apologizing for the way his father was treated by Watsi, by the prior regime. Whether that's enough.
Well, Gary stopped rolling around in his grave, so.
I mean, listen, I'm not the family. That's for that. If they say it's enough, and apparently that they do,
Yeah,
they've made a business transaction. I'm just like, whatever. Then it's not an apology that had to be made to me. Okay, that had to be made to the Gygax family. Do we need an apology to the OSR? I think we need, at the very least, a mea culpa that we screwed up with the disclaimer. But
I don't even think we need that. We just need results.
well, yeah, all right.
exactly.
You don't have to apologize. Just remove the disclaimer. You can remove it quietly.
Right.
You don't have to do no fanfare. Just go. Yeah, you know what? We don't need it.
Just
Say it.
make the game fun again. That's all we ask.
Yeah.
Gary will always.
They can be a big tent. They got the distribution. They
Mhm.
can do, Mike Murrow provided the blueprint. Just follow his fucking blueprint. They had the 5e. They catered to the new crowd, and they catered to they gave us, admittedly, a handout here and there, but it was appreciated. It was sincere to the OSR group. And guess what? For 4 years, 5e was everybody's second favorite RPG.
What was the first one? Pathfinder?
No, it was whatever prejudice that came into the game in the first place. Nobody ever changed their mind about making 5e their preference. I mean, if you played Swords and Wizardry, you continue to play Swords and Wizardry. But a lot of people gave 5e a try, had fun with it, ran a few campaigns with it. Tim and I ran a campaign with it, and
We ran a few campaigns, and then we did what was the Lord of the Rings 5e when you did Adventures in Middle Earth? That was fun. I do.
Yeah,
that was probably the best one out of all of them. I did like that one a lot. Yeah.
Dan, hanging out in the tavern Discord during the live stream and having a drink and
Nice.
we can't have two voices because I couldn't monitor it unless you could do your own voice chat, but then the crosstalk from this video and just keep your blather here, and it feeds YouTube. Gilwin, I really don't care what they say. I want to see them act upon whatever they think they can do to bring back people. Exactly.
There you go. Exactly.
That's spot on.
the biggest thing they can do is get those SRDs out, because it's the final piece of bullshit left over from 2020, was it 2024 era?
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and then it's like, oh,
Right.
fuck, we said that.
We said that out loud. Yeah.
That was my inner monologue talking, and that was like, what excuses are we gonna give? Oh, I didn't mean to.
And of course, do a few old school things. They don't have to do. They can do new game. What Necromancer game used to say: new game rules, old school feel.
Old school. Let's say old school feel, new game rules, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's back 3E. Yeah. You okay, Eric?
No, I'm just moving my my camera slightly.
Okay.
To not
Speaking
obscure my head by the gold medal. hey, listen, we're rewarding ourselves medals now, right? This is good. Next, I got to get like an Electrum, Mithril, Silver.
I was going to say Mithril. What's that? You need, what's the
adamantium? I need adamantium.
Adamantium.
Can you give me an adamantium? It'll probably go. What does adamantium look like? No.
Oh, by the way, folks,
probably gray. Yeah.
Buy my book, and if you buy my book enough, I will put adamantium in my next book.
But not like literally, just the word adamantium will be in the book. Yeah,
I don't think that's copyrighted.
I got to put that disclaimer in there because somebody's gonna go, I was expecting a slab of adamantium. And I didn't get a slab of adamantium.
You're right.
But this was sold under false pretenses, Mr. Hallstrom. No, thank you. No.
Nice.
Well, unfortunately, I have a bit of mild bad news.
Oh dear.
Bad news.
So if you wanted to back my Kickstarter as a late backer, it's over now. Because I started fulfilling.
Yay!
I'm up.
That's the bad news.
If that's the bad news.
I actually had somebody say, "Can I back your Kickstarter?" I said, "No, I shut off late backers," and so you have to wait for the release, but it will be released in April, and if the backers continue to do what they're doing now, I could release it. I was planning on releasing it no later than WizardCon, but if it's early, it's early. So right back there is the book, the close-up of the book, hardback.
Nice.
Hold on. Let me embiggen you.
Yep, the hardback.
Whoa.
Yep.
Nice.
What it looks like in the interior. Plus, I have judicious use of full color art.
That's right.
And the nice thing about the full color art is, I don't know if this will show up in the camera, but they also act as, let's see.
Yeah, not really coming through, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, right there. Those are dividers, so you can go right to various sections. And of course, I have a nice table of content. And in the PDF, that's all clickable.
Index?
You betcha.
Okay.
I'm going to show off these damn index. They took a while. So I have an alphabetic index of terrain. Now, the hex entry, I debated a bit. So what I decided not to do an index, but a register. So you can see all the titles at a glance, and they're clickable.
Oh, yeah. Those are nice.
Okay. So each of the 4 maps have their own register. And then for the actual index, I decided to take the different groups I have and the different realms and give them their own index entry.
Nice.
And I don't know. I think it was you, Tim, that suggested, but I ought to make the primary entry bold. So the bold one is where you get the full definition, so to speak.
Right. Well, if it was my idea, it was a fantastic idea.
And
I don't remember saying it.
I'm proud of this full color heraldry.
Hold on. I got to keep on embiggening Rob. That thing. Folks, don't get sexual about this.
Nice.
And I do all the heraldry myself.
Nice.
So I'm pretty proud of this, and also, as it so happens, it's not available right now because I'm waiting for the proof, but there'll be a premium edition version of this. But I'm warning you folks, it's going to be pricey. It's going to be really expensive. The the cost of the backer is just shy under $50, and it probably will retail. Well, it's going to be way more than 50. It's going to be the same profit margin I make off the other books, but it's going to be like 65 or whatever. It's
there's an important question, Rob.
Oh, we'll get to that first one quick thing. Thank you to DM Angelo,
Oh, yeah.
DM and friends.
Thank
Super
you.
They're
chat.
halflings? Oh, of course they're halflings. There's lots of halfling. I make sure I got decent halfling art. See?
Those are halflings.
They're not fucking kinders, that's for sure.
Oh, all right.
Good.
We're happy. What
Works for me.
do you? Do your dwarves bake scones and work the smithy at the same time?
No, I didn't mention scones, but I have dwarves and I have dwarves, gnomes. In fact, the ruler, the king of the gnomes in the wild north is named Snickle Jackson.
Snickle Jackson, come on down.
Named after two great fans of gnomes. Maybe only one of them is a fan of gnomes.
Okay.
Yes.
Small. That's the reason why in
Easter
Joe's
egg, huh?
campaign I played a gnome. That was in. I was thinking of Matt the whole time. I was like, what character would encourage Matt to maybe join us for a session?
And also,
We never even got there.
No, I know, but I was like, I'll play a gnome priest.
So they're maps.
Right.
Hold on,
Those you
Robert.
haven't. You're gonna.
I'll then biggin you again.
This is a player map.
Player map there.
They are 12 by 18. I was doing an experiment to figuring out how to package these for the conventions I'll be at. I'm not going to be doing it like this, but yes, you can cut them in two. So this is the referee map. I don't, to be honest advertising here, there's no description of this. Tim, it was the editor. He knows how long the text was anyway. I just didn't have it to me. There will be a town to the northern march describing this fully. But unlike these folded maps that I made, the full maps the maps you order from drive-through will be shipped flat. And that's the only other real bad news other than the high cost for the premium edition is that the shipping on the maps will cost more than the maps themselves. So these are what you're going to get for the map. This is like the combined map. And then I'll just show one more here. See if I pull out the right one here. And nope. Yeah, I'll show this. So there are full scale, what I call full scale map, which each hex almost over a quarter inch. Now this map is interesting in that I realized one of the problems I hated with the Wildlands or the Forgotten Realms or any of them that had maps, when there's something interesting at the corner and you're trying to stick these maps together to get a picture of what's in the freaking corner where they all join together. Well, I took care of that problem for you. So
It was a good idea, Rob. Yeah. That was a very good idea.
These maps were 72 cents a piece, I said, why not?
God damn it. Rob has put his foot down and he's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Why the hatred for Kender? Well, you never experience how annoying Kender is until you play live action role playing and you have people, they're not playing halfling, they're playing in Kender in front of them. And after a weekend with fucking Kenders, you just want to freaking kill them all.
Well, I'm not stealing, I'm just borrowing without permission.
I always thought Kender were pointless anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, the maps are spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really well done.
No, I will say it's nice that the Dragonlance, when they decided to have halflings, they decided their own take on it. As annoying as they are, it is distinctly Dragonlance.
Well, they're more like like elven halflings as opposed to standard halflings, which like they look like they're like I don't know, like based upon a dwarf, just with all the muscles removed and just happy to eat. Whereas Tasselhoff was more
24/7 leper.
Yeah,
more,
Professor, I'm going to get reminded that in 4 years when my grandson becomes 4.
Hey, by the way, incoming, Dan.
okay, when
You just got your
Dan or Don?
Don. Sorry, Don.
I was like, Dan, we got Dan Ayub coming on the show. And by the way, folks,
Would be nice.
yes, Jim Kitchen got Dan Ayub to agree to come on Talking Crit on a Wednesday. I don't believe that Dan.
Really?
Can I crash that? Can I crash that?
I don't believe that Dan has seen Talking Crit, let alone this channel. I don't think he knows quite what he agreed to. So consider that written in pencil. Okay, it wasn't signed in ink. It's written in pencil, but we shall see if it happens. And trust me, if it becomes a go, it'll be all over social media. It'll be all over the tavern.
I bet, yeah.
And by the way, I will show you what the chat will look like. The screen will look like this, and I will pull up comments as necessary because I am not going to repeat the shit show that we had on Wednesday.
Oh,
what happened Wednesday? Well, I got to. First of all, I will watch.
I know.
Wednesday.
I missed it too. I heard about it last night.
Ty Beard, and then Ty was the main instigator, by far. It because Jim was telling his 5-hour conversation that he had with Dan Ayub. There was stuff that he could talk about, stuff that he couldn't, and if Ty had a voodoo doll, Dan Ayub would have been burning in hell. So I mean, just saying, it's going to be a little
dicey.
Well, Jim can be a little bit
Insider
Jim. Yeah,
Jim got a little. I likened it to the Indians are circling the wagons. Well, when you're in the wagons and you've got your wagon circled and the Indians are attacking, you're not looking to see which Indian just threw that last spear or shot that last arrow. You're going for attacks of opportunity. So it was good in a way because it told me, the chat will not be embedded if we can get Dan Ayub on the show. just saying. However,
what would make me happier is what annoyed me about that is it seems like half the time we forget that we're effectively independent of what Wizard does. We don't have to worry about what Wizard. Now, I know we're people and we have a wider RPG hobby that our community that we're a part of. So like everybody at any time, we like to gossip about this stuff. But still, I mean, we should be proud of what we built in the OSR basically on our own, and we don't need to worry about what they do. If they come to their senses, more power to them. And if they don't, well, we got what we got.
Yep. That's the way it goes. Pretty much. Took things a little too personal, Death Shadow?
Yeah. Well, and we have.
Sorry.
Balancing the show on Don's head.
My apologies, gentlemen. I was talking to my wife.
No, dude, that's not an apology. That's
a requirement.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a requirement.
I'm just sorry, Don, you're not here having some of Becky's chili she just made.
Oh, man, chili. I'm jealous. Tim, I think this is the first time I've ever been live on you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too. Yeah, I think it is. They always invite me, and I show up like once every, I don't know what,
Yeah, I haven't
2-3
seen you on
months or
for a
something
while.
like that.
Tim, I'm sorry. Me too. Hi.
Rob, how you doing?
It's-
Good. Finally fulfilling my Kickstarter. Woo.
Yeah.
Only real fly in the ointment is found out that shipping was more than the cost of the maps. So everybody's like, is this right? So I got a zillion message in my inbox. Yes, it's right.
And the U.S. Postal Service is raising prices.
Yes,
Again.
Oh,
sir.
didn't
Yeah.
raise it enough? Damn.
Why not?
Everybody is.
My ear trumpet again, a huge friend of the show, gifted a membership.
Thank you, sir.
So, Nurse of the Year, you have membership for the next month. You'll be getting like early videos and a few things tossed in the Minions folder. I still have to put James Bond. By the way, donated something for the channel. He
All right.
Nice.
Oh, did he?
yes, he did. He donated. What is it? A halfling magic items, like minor magic items, like a one sheet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be in the Minions folder probably tomorrow. Listen, I've been juggling a few balls in the air the last day or two. So,
Where's this Minions folder at? I don't even know about it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna reshare it. The Minions folder has some random tables in it.
Yeah, I kind of curious about that. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
and also you'll have access to some of the other stuff, like the one sheet that I put together. Well, actually, the one sheet's probably for everybody.
Eric, do you need stuff for it? Because I can donate a couple things.
I'll never say no. We'll talk after the.
Okay.
I do have a question. I'm sorry. It's on a topic we were talking before. So, and maybe you know this, Don. Does anybody know a place in Europe that does cheap print-on-demand maps? The lowest price I found were 350 euros per map. And I have 18 of them.
That's over $4 a map almost.
And drive-through is still cheaper with the horrendous shipping costs to Europe, which is $35.
Wait a minute. They charge $35 for a shipping tube?
To Europe.
What size?
They ship 12-inch by 18-inch maps flat.
Hold on.
Yeah, they're not doing them in tubes, Don. They're doing them in a flat box. Because
Okay, so basically they're doing it ass backwards.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Because they should just stick it in a shipping tube because, for a 12 by or 12 and a quarter by 18 and a quarter envelope that fits a 12 by 18 map, because it's an oddball size, they're actually because I ship my schematics via shipping tube. They're actually only like 10 cents cheaper each than shipping tubes.
Well, I found out, Don, that and if you ever use the drive-through card facility, I know you have your own print shop, but if you ever do, make sure your map package has less than 15 maps, because if they do, they will ship them in a tube then, and it will be half the cost.
It doesn't make any sense. That you know what? Hold on a second. Let me do. Well, he's
Death Angel. They do have printing facilities in the EU for books.
Well, I might have a source for you, but right now in the UK, or not UK, excuse me, in Germany, they're every 8:30, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning in Germany. So, Rob, give me till tomorrow. I'll message him tonight for you. I know a guy who has he's got a big print shop. He does everything, and I'll ask him about 12 by 18s.
Yeah, basically what I'm shooting for is somebody that folks can order from. I don't have to make a dime from it. I just want them to have cheaper maps,
Nope, let me write that down for my.
They already paid me my profit for the Kickstarter. I'm not looking to make money off of them. So if the printer can make a profit, catering to EU people.
I'll add it to my to-do list for tomorrow, and that way I'll get it done for you, and I'll message you.
Don.
The confessor wants to know how do I upgrade.
How much does any of you out there know of any sources?
Okay. The confessor wants to know how do I upgrade my membership. I believe you go to the membership tab, and I believe it gives you the options. But again, I'll look into that. I don't offhand. I don't know. I'm a member of a couple of channels, but I don't remember how to upgrade my membership on any of them. So
And Rob, just real quick, I don't mean to say this again, but I'm gonna say something to you. How many maps do you need to ship? Like to how many backers?
You don't want to know. 500.
Well, I mean, in Europe.
Oh, in
To
Europe?
Europe.
100. Oh, okay. That's it. You're right. Sorry.
They're charging you 35 each.
They
Do
don't
me a
charge
favor.
me. They charge the backer 35.
Yeah, the backers, but they're still wanking the freaking backers. Do me a favor. Throw me one address in Europe, okay? And I'll run it to see how much it costs me to ship to Europe in a shipping tube for you.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll talk after the show then.
Yeah.
See what we got for logistics.
I'm happy to help you if I can. I'll do anything to help you, you know?
Okay.
Folks, if you go to North Texas or a con like North Texas, you'll see this happening at right in front of you.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to come on and take over the show. I was just trying to help out.
Honestly, this is what you see when you go to a convention that is about community. That's North Texas, that's ShireCon, that's things like WizardCon and OSRCon. You will see vendors and publishers and creatives just talking. How can I help you? How can we make this work? And it's literally handshake deals.
Yeah.
And I've seen that. I saw handshake deals happen between some fairly major companies in the OSR a decade ago at North Texas, and I was like, wow. I mean, literally, because this is when you can talk to somebody face to face, even on a channel like this, things move, things happen. So you get to see it in real life.
And I tell people that about art. You know, I'm like, the reason I'm so loyal to artists like Dean Spencer and such is because when I first started out and I was like no money, I'm not joking. These guys gave me, it was stock art, but they gave me art.
Right.
And that's why I'm so anti-AI when it comes to like art for books.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, listen, I freely admit that I use AI thumbnails, but if I'm going to put together something for sale, I'm going to be using artists. Okay. If I'm putting something together for use at my table, or I'm going to give it away for free, well, AI is free, right? And that's fine. But if I'm going to ask you to give me money, I'm going to make a profit off it. Well, then the art that I use, the artist should be making a profit off it.
Yeah. I'm a software developer in my day job. I could have, I figured enough about the AI to generate passable art, acceptable art, but I choose to drop 10 grand on, Richard Luschek and Rick Hershey.
That's no offense, but that's a freaking commitment. When you're dropping 10 freaking grand on art, that's dedication and commitment, and you're
not counting the Patreon that I'm continuing the $40 a month I pay out to Patreon to people like Dean. Well, I don't really get much art from Dean Spencer. I pay it so I can use his art in multiple books.
Do you use Eric Lofgren any?
A little bit. Bit.
He's really good.
Not all of his pieces have the right vibe for what, but some of them do. So I use those. And but the Forge I use the hell out of. Yeah, they're the reason why I don't lack for landscape art, because they do landscape until the cows come home.
Yeah, because don't they? They usually have like several creators on there, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They used to. I'm not so sure anymore. I think it's down to one guy.
Oh,
there used to be like 3, and I can recognize their style. And on their Patreon, it's just the one. There used to be a Forge Red that's not active anymore. Yeah. Now they're just the one. And he's going like gangbusters. So
I had a brain fart, and I did not realize that the Confessor was James Bond until I saw this.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Yes. The Confessor is. He messaged me actually yesterday and said, "Don, I'm the Confessor." So, James, here, how you doing, buddy?
It's like I should have had a V8.
James Bond.
And
I can smell a James Bond from a mile away.
And I'll tell you what, I have to say something about James Spahn. The book that I'm laying out for him, the RPG game right now, he is a class act because he is very proud that this entire RPG book is stock art. He wanted it that way to help support the artist. So very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I every month I'll browse the stock art and put 20 or 30 bucks per piece. I mean, one of the reasons I came up with the I was on Dean Spencer and I found this piece right here. Thought that's cool. That is the Great Glacier right in a nutshell, right there.
Yeah.
And I said, does he have any other art? And then
Rob, real quick, hold up the cover of that book. God, that's freaking gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I like the fact, I love how you put the circles on it with the little details.
Yep, I first did that with the Waterlands book. I didn't have the shields, but I had the vignettes.
And another thing, by the way, you do, just as on the side, you do outstanding freaking maps.
Thank you.
No, you do. I'm not bullshitting you for the side. You do outstanding maps. I am jealous.
I'll give partial credit for the Harn people to teach me how to write the right way of doing overland maps.
He's right up there with Diesel.
Yeah.
So, but then I was looking, and he has very good prices on full page art. And then I was looking, and then I found this one. I thought, wow, that screams Black Marsh to me.
Yeah, that's.
And then I found this watchtower. Okay, the Wild North is filled with Viking realms and Rosen along the river or the seashore. So this can very much work for it.
Yeah, it's a great one.
And real quick, Rob, what I like about Dean Spencer and Eric Lofgren is they allow you to like crop the images you need. Yeah. So if you only need like a corner of it, they'll let you do it. But some artists will tell you you can't do that. But they're like, just do what you want with it. Just cite me.
Yeah, I checked the
license. Get the credit.
And then the last was I did use a few more, but here I thought, okay, the town of Northport, the city of Northport, the biggest settlement in the Northern Marches. This is an awesome piece of city art, so I'm going to use that for Northport.
Rick Hershey's fantastic too. Yeah, he's
and then I thought this was good for the travel chapter.
Nice. And I have to say something real quick about the Confessor, aka James Spahn. I have, in the short time I have dealt with that man, he is an absolute joy to work with. And I'm not meaning that as in a negative, like he's an absolute joy. He is a lot of fun to work with. He's very, very open to new ideas, which a lot of creators aren't. And he'll tell you, if you think it's a bad idea, tell me. And, we working together with him, it's a lot of fun. So I just want to go off on a side tangent real quick. Anyone who wants to ever have a chance to work with him, do it. He's a great guy.
And I think it's great that he's working on RetroQuest, and with that and my Majestic Fantasy RPG, I think 2026 is going to be a good year for retro clones. With
this one right beside me there for Mr. Spawn there.
Yeah,
when he did his white box.
Oh yeah, actually I got that nearby too.
The retro clone to have a distinct feel, but still.
Yeah. It's got that thunder. It's got that RPG. It's got that Thundercats, Masters Universe vibe to it. It's really cool.
Thundercats ho!
That's right.
I still got to go.
My goal with the Majestic Fantasy RPG is make the sandbox RPG.
Well, there you go.
I got a couple of his that where he proclaimed his love for me in the.
That sounds kind of.
Did that embarrass you, Glenn? Because if that embarrassed you, Glenn, you're gonna have a bad time at WizardCon because you laid the gauntlet down.
Hey, I'm not the one that got kicked in the nuts. Remember?
I never got kicked in the nuts. Just the camera angle made it look like that.
Priceless picture. I wish I still had it.
It's up there on Facebook somewhere, I'm sure.
I want to ask James something here. James, so I noticed that your production rate has gone up. Is there any particular reason for that?
Ooh, good question. Dun dun.
It's a good thing, but I'm just curious because I know when I turned 60 last year, I looked at the list, my project to-do list that I have been keeping since 2010. I was thinking, holy shit, I got to get a move on.
Oh
Well,
my
James
God,
isn't
I
as
look at my
crusty as
TV.
you are, Rob. You know, he's not that ancient.
No, but I was just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still got
no,
plenty.
I did get the Flash, as did Merle and Frank. So I mean,
The
that
guy's
was,
the guy's versatile. I gotta say that.
that was it was classic.
That's
But
cool. Quarter
yeah, no,
number 2. He's coming out with
I
more
mean
stuff
James
too.
James
That's great.
has always been prolific, but a lot
Yeah.
of it was for licensed projects that he wasn't. You know, he was working on the new One Ring, or I think it's,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
it was work. I can't think of an
Excellent
IP.
job on that too.
You know, I can't think of an IP that James hasn't worked on. Oh, here we go.
I lay out on my own. I don't have the third party it out. Makes production is a lot
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're great zines too. I buy them all up. Just don't tell James.
Yeah, I have a confession to make. My Northern Marches, that is the maximum I'm going to go as far as coverage.
Oh, is that?
It is my limit. It is my limit.
Rob is
12 by
like, I'm a
8,
done
that's my
turkey,
limit.
man. Put the frickin'
And if I want to do
thing
what
in.
James
Oh, I
is
don't wanna
doing
be
with
in
his white
this.
box design, I'm going to have to stick with the letter size maps, which I have some ideas for, but
Well, and James says he's freelancing less these days, but in a way that when you work on your own projects, there's a lot more of you that goes into it.
Yes.
And that's a huge motivating piece, right? I mean, and at the same time, you also know what the better work that you do, the better you're going to hopefully get paid by the community.
That's right.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's a twofer. It's a twofer. That being said, I am going to be contributing to an upcoming Kickstarter project that was subject to it might have been some minor litigation before it could kick off. It's old school. It's old
Really?
school. I don't know how much I can talk about it.
Ah, so
But,
basically, you are vague YouTubing right now.
I am vague tubing right now. I got
Vague
to.
tubing.
Tradition.
Listen. I actually had to physically sign a contract and then send it back. So it's kind of like that legit type of deal. So, but if I'll find out what I can talk about. But
Very, very
I'm not doing much. Okay.
You know it's cool though when they send you the physical contract to sign and say
Yeah,
send
I'm
this
like-
son of a bitch back originally
Right.
signed.
It's
you
like,
know?
oh, I better change that last name or else it won't be the legal one. Okay.
Oh yeah.
well, that's good, James. I'm glad your personal stuff is income is getting to that level.
Yeah, that's awesome. And James,
Man,
is one-
really making the check.
yeah, James is one of the, not just one of the most skilled and prolific creators in our OSR community, but one of the nicest. And
He's nice.
It's a gentleman's agreement right now. I was just flattered that I was considered, and my contribution is going to be relatively minor compared to the whole project. But
And I'm happy to make this. I'll just say it like this too, and because I'm proud of this. Eric is going to be helping me on an officially licensed product that's going to be announced at Gen Con.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And Eric's going to help me with it and everything. So,
Thrilled to see that.
and I'll tell you what, with Eric helping me, I'll say right now in front of everybody, with Eric helping me, as skilled at OSR that man is above me, it's going to have to be damn good with his hands on it. Because I'm going to be a yes man. I'm going to be like, Eric, is that okay? Okay. Eric, okay. Eric's going to hear that a lot. Okay.
I'd be the same way with him.
I hope you like procedures.
So Death Angel, about the premium, I haven't gotten the proof yet in. Okay. I wanted to gauge people's interest in it, but I kind of thought the answer was going to be overwhelmingly yes, and it is 2-1 yes. So I ordered it on March 11th. It'll probably be here by the second week of April. Just the way drive-through is backed up. So when I get it in,
though, you said something real quick. The drive-through RPG is backed up on their printing, or what?
well, more accurately, Lightning Source is backed up on their printing because all their facilities were hit by the big snowstorms in February.
Yeah, but they always seem backed up. It seems like every time I order something from there, they use that.
However, soft covers are quick.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah, the hard covers.
Because I can't remember. I ordered like a digest size one from like one of the event, and I don't know how the queues work up. I know they have a system or whatever, but it took me 2 months to get the zine that I ordered from there.
My RP Gamer magazine was supposed to be here March 1st.
Oh,
Yep. And the only reason I couldn't do it is because we had the fire and everything. We're getting our shop back up and running. I cannot wait. Please, electrical inspectors, pass my permits. I shall be happy again.
You had a fire dawn.
Yeah, last it was late summer, early fall.
Had water.
It wasn't my shop; it was a shop attached to us.
he just had water and smoke damage, which is
Well, yeah, just as
if you're a print
almost
shop,
as
that's
bad.
That's Moida.
Yeah.
But
That's okay. Bigger, better, faster, 2 full-time employees. You're going to be able to walk in, talk to the lady. Good stuff happening. I am really thrilled about that, but that's another show. I could talk for hours about that. What's going to be happening.
See, he is the Bionic Man.
So James mentioned his retro class is him pushing the limit. Yeah, I'm going to do that with the my Majestic Fantasy RPG. It's going to be 4 digest size volumes.
Thank you, Agile Monk. That's another guy right here, Agile Monk. He is an absolute freaking gem of a human being and a man. I'll tell you what, I am, he is the real deal. If he says it, it's done. You can guarantee it.
Fantastic. Good.
So,
Don, I will get a regular print run when I can figure out how to handle the shipping. So,
well, like I said, send me a sample European address, okay? And make it like if something like weird, like Germany or Poland or someplace like that.
Yeah, I have a few on file.
And I'll give you a quote, and that'll be kind of like the average. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna be $35. It's not gonna be $25.
But just to be clear, for this Kickstarter, it's the money. I'm looking for a print on demand setup.
I don't care. I'll help you out.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good with me. I'll help you out. I trust you implicitly.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have much capital to work with, so
nope, I get it.
I'd rather have the contact so the backers can put in their orders.
I'll put it out here blunt. There are certain people that their credit's good with me. I am fine with that.
Don Fugly wants to know: do you do coloring books?
Yes, I'm actually doing a coloring book for Christine Bontrager for her book Bonnie Bonnet Meets Emma. It's a children's book, and also Gutsy Gus because I'm doing 6 books for her, children's books.
Fugly, I hope this is the coloring book that I've seen pieces of. I'm hoping. Listen, I don't do sponsorships. I don't do advertising like that stuff, but I'll advertise the shit out of your coloring book because
I'll tell you what, coloring books for adults are popular, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, you go into Dollar General and there's a whole rack.
Question, Don: if Becky did a coloring book, put up a coloring book, would you publish it?
Absolutely.
I will pass that along.
Swords and Stone says, do you do printing for us Canucks? Absolutely. The only people I do not do, to be honest with you, printing for, unless you do quite a lot of printing at one time, is Europeans. Even though, like with Rob, I'm doing simple stuff, but when you get into book printing, like perfect binding and case binding, which for people who don't know, case binding is what Rob held up. That's Rob's hardcover book. It's hardcover. The problem with that is to have an economical price point, you have to buy like 250 plus at a time for European. It's one of those things it's like a commitment you got to do, and not a lot of people like to do that.
It's the economy.
Yep.
Nurse of the Year
God.
wants to know, can you post your link? I'm assuming you mean contact info.
Yeah, go ahead and drop her. It's info@wizardtowergames.com. I'm fine with that. Absolutely.
Well, I asked for Becky because she does the stuff people do like on Amazon, get the artwork and lay it out and all that. It's not her own.
And I'll tell you something right now. Glenn is on the show right now, and I don't know what he's going to say, but Glenn can tell you his experience with Wizard Tower Games.
I'm having a ball. An absolute
No,
ball.
seriously. I mean,
No, I am seriously. I mean, you got this out. You got this online. We're still trying to get it in the shop, but you did it.
Well, the Kindle we're trying to get.
Right, Kindle and trying to get it in. I'm still working on getting it in shops, but
well, it's in Barnes & Noble. Oh, you're talking about the Wizard Tower Game Store? I'm still working on the flipping website for that still.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like Amazon.
It is on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
That's what I'm saying. Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I'm telling people this guy, he did it. He got it into that far.
Let me ask you a question seriously. I won't get offended. How was the process of doing like the cover, the editing and all that? Was that okay?
Sweet.
Okay, good.
Absolutely, absolutely sweet. I mean,
good.
Like I said, I never expect to see this in print. And you did it. And kudos to you, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We are Wizard Tower Games, just to let people know. We're still going to do some stuff of us. Don't get me wrong, but we're really going to start focusing on you're going to see a converge into Wizard Tower Games and publishing. And our goal is we're going to try to help other people because like James Michael Spahn, we're doing work for him. Paulie Kidd, we're finding more and more that we're not really doing work for ourselves. We're doing work for other people. So I had a publishing company before that got really big. And so our model is changing where our idea is to help others get their book or their game into print. Or if they don't want to do that, we'll get it ready for it so they can handle everything. I will tell you, we do have a fairly large officially licensed product that's going to be announced at Gen Con. So that's ours. We're still doing D20 delving, Pooh, Winnie the Pooh game, and other stuff like Open Worlds RPG. But we're really we're going to start melding now to help other people because I really like helping people like Glenn. Glenn had just had a manuscript.
Yeah.
And like Eric wanted to get his Swords and Sorcery, or Blaze and Sorcery in the print.
Blaze and Sorcery was. Yeah. I still like the BX, man. I still like it. By the way.
I love BX. Right, Eric? BX we really like, don't we?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
By the way, this is apparently going to be part of that coloring book.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Wait a minute. What is the theme of the coloring book? That looks like 1920s.
So that would probably be Gangbusters, right?
So
it is somebody in the industry.
I'd say Gangbusters.
Wait a minute. Somebody's doing Gangbusters BX?
No. I'm saying that it is somebody in the industry that you're there. I'm in the coloring book. Glenn is. Joe the lawyer is.
Nice.
All caricatures of people.
Nice. Who is that of right there?
I'm gonna guess Mark Hunt.
Mark? Yeah, I guess it could have a Mark Hunt vibe to it.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. He'll probably say, put a little more hair on the top, but...
Well, let's be honest. He might want it, but I don't think he's got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, Gil when live asked, will you be able to do staple bound books? Yeah, that's a normal thing. It's called saddle stitch, but yeah, we go ahead and do staple bound for modules and such. Absolutely. We had the machinery for it.
I was right. That's Fugu's take on Mark Hunt.
That's funny. That's cool. Fugly, you're a hell of an artist, by the way. Fugly, to his credit, by the way, is giving art for an upcoming project that we're doing. And Fugly's got like this eye of the beholder vibe to it damn fine artist he is. Old school artist, big time.
Oh, yeah.
I should put more of mine up, but that's another thing.
So, by the way, at the bottom of the screen, we have the scroll for our master minions. These are
Oh yeah,
the highest level supporters of this channel. So I believe we are at 178 minions of different levels, supporters of this
Nice.
channel. So
good.
it's awesome. I don't think we're gonna get to 200 before the end of the month, but that's okay. I'm just apparently, according to YouTube, this channel is an influential channel because of the community support.
Ooh.
We try.
We punched behind our weight. How about that? So
See, all of us wee little people with Eric with his massive 11,000 subs on his shoulder.
Yes.
It's like, we are not worthy, Eric. We are not worthy.
Congrats! We're over 1,000 subs now, Eric.
I've got over 11,140 or something like that.
Yeah, the guy hit 11,000.
You didn't announce that on our shared.
No, I announced the 10. I didn't announce the 11. But yes, we.
And by the way, 11,180. Just to put this in context, Eric hit 11,000 4 days ago, so he got 180 subs in 4 days.
140.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't want to make it more.
Get the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that the weather turned, maybe I'll get my sandbox videos out that I have an idea for.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be nice.
But viewers are encouraged to go to like Tim's channel, Rob's, Glenn's,
Everybody's
and mine,
channel.
and sub. We appreciate it, guys.
Think of anybody who comes on this channel. Oh God, Agile, you're insane.
Nice. Gosh,
Again,
Agile.
that's what this guy does.
Yes, Agile,
No.
you are insane in the most wonderful way. Agile just gifted 10 memberships. It's going to scroll real quickly across the screen, so you might not even realize you got gifted, but I'm going to put everybody's name up one at a time so you can check to see if you did.
And I will let you know right now, Agile Monk is not coming to WizardCon. But Agile Monk bought tickets and the specialty game tickets to donate to disabled vets. We are having about 30 disabled vets coming from the local VA medical center, by the way.
Nice.
Because we also have donated 15 free tickets to them to get disabled veterans on site. So Agile Monk not only talks it, he walks it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi, Dave.
Yeah, Agile gifted 10. But so we got plenty of new members. Tomorrow, go to the posting section. I'll put up some new members only posts with the link to the members only folder. I should probably do that on a monthly basis anyway. And you can see what's in there. Except James Pond has donated stuff. It's and James has donated stuff that's available under the Creative Commons. So God bless.
Speaking of Creative Commons,
This is just the general community. This is what people do in this community.
Yes.
You know?
The entirety of his books and the map are under Creative Commons.
Oh, and Dan Tench, thank you.
Dan Tesh is another hell of a nice guy in the OSR. I'll tell you what, that guy is great.
And that's a charity game too, so it helps.
Very nice.
RPG Grandma, thank you so much. Yeah.
Another person who's just awesome in the community.
Sebastian, I think you're gonna have to wait for an answer for that one until Gen Con. I mean, actually, there is a licensed game that can you announce the?
No, because it would announce if I said that, it would like immensely let everybody know what it is, and that's a violation of the NDA. But I will say that it is going to be people who like the OSR is going to like it. Am I right, Eric?
Oh, that one. No,
Dan, I do have one question related to that. So, you talked about it earlier this year, and it sounded like the announcement would become sooner, but now it's at Gen Con.
Yes,
so is that indicative of something going on?
It might be. I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and have an announcement at Gen Con.
But it was pushed now. But it was going to be earlier.
Okay, to make this clear, I originally was under the impression it was going to be announced right around December 17th, before December 20th. And that's what my attorney thought. And then we were told that they wanted to announce it right around St. Patrick's Day, mid to end March. When it didn't happen and they started announcing franchises, this company, and this company started announcing dealing with Luke Gygax, which I was talking to Eric that they were doing anyways months and months and months ago. I was under the impression that it was going to be, Gary Con. Well, when it didn't happen, I got frustrated. So I had my attorney reach out to this company and say, hey, you got to tell us what the hell is going on here. Because, we're marketing. We want to put money into marketing. And they said it's going to be part of the Gen Con announcements. So I'm happy. And, yeah.
Good.
So just,
That makes
as
sense.
we would say on my prior occupation, hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait. That's
Hurry up
the
and wait.
idea.
But there's a lot of pieces moving in the OSR and beyond.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to be very exciting for gamers in general, but this community in particular, but probably even with 5e. Now, here's one thing that I did hear, which I find very interesting, because this could open up something on the DMs Guild, that it appears that this Melk's Guide to Greyhawk is going to be written for 5e, but with rules on how to adjust it towards 1e. If that's the case, does it open up to publish the 1e supplements for Greyhawk on the DMs Guild?
They could do that for Mystara too, and that would be
Yes.
nice.
It would be, yeah.
That's interesting, right? Because the whole thing about the DMs Guild is, well, when we publish a setting, now you can use it. Well, now if you publish it with a rule set adjustment, can you use it?
But
I don't know.
I'm not to put a throw a wet blanket over this, but if you publish something on the DMs Guild, anything that you publish there would be there forever, which is okay. But anything based on what you published,
right?
will
But
remain there forever.
There's a lot of people in the hobby, and the OSR even, that would love to be able to publish stuff in the DMs Guild for official Greyhawk.
Sure.
And if they could,
and if you have an idea that will only work in Greyhawk, then go for it. There's no other way you're going to be able to get it out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But if it's something that, it'd be neat to set this idea in Greyhawk, but you could build it on other things, well, you're going to trap yourself unwittingly if you publish it on DM's Guild.
Sebastian, we have not mentioned Agile's Kickstarter that's coming up, but we had Agile on a week ago Wednesday. I believe Angelo had Agile on yesterday talking about the Kickstarter. And trust me, when it launches, I will be mentioning it because it looks awesome, and the art and the maps.
Absolutely.
Rob is gonna love the maps.
Yes,
cool. They are that detailed.
Yeah,
it's that and you can dial it in to almost where you can see the tiles on the city roof houses as you zoom in on the map. So it's just
and real quick. James Michael Spahn says, and here is Don working on my little game. Absolutely not. James Michael Spahn is making something really special that's so unique. And what James doesn't understand is actually he's wrong. I'm honored to be able to work with him and on his massive project.
And he doesn't do tiny stuff either.
He does it right.
Oh, yeah.
That's
right.
one thing.
They were on your show too. Yep. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. Agile Monk and I'll tell you something about Agile Monk, because I'm doing work for Agile Monk on his project. I'm under NDA, so I can't get into details on it. But I'll tell you something. Agile Monk, when he does it and he's doing it, thought goes into it. He understands play testing. He understands the proper way to do it. Agile Monk does not do anything half-assed. That
Right.
man does
Good.
it 100% right with his son, and it's just how he is, and it's a pleasure to work with people like that because, man, when you work with people who know what they're doing and they're willing to take, man, it just makes it so much better as a person being a contractor basically.
Right.
So absolutely
Good.
top notch.
So let's see what else. What other little
What else we got
rumor?
going on?
Yeah, so I'm trying.
Yes, there is another thing in the works. We have the Peaky Blinders license.
The
That is an official
Peaky
license.
Blinders.
Yes, the
Yep.
Peaky Blinders RPG. That is an official license. We have the license for it. We've had it now for about 7-8 months. We're in the process of doing the RPG. The thing is with it is it's a really cool RPG that's going to take place in Birmingham, but it's going to span from the late 20s into the end of World War II. That's what they want us to do. And there's going to be a core rule book that's going to be basically the DMG and player's handbook combined. So it's going to be like a combined core rule book. You don't got to buy a bunch of
Right.
freaking books. There's going to be they call it a deviance guide, which is basically a monster manual, but for characters.
I like that name for that. Yeah, that's a
Yes.
great name. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's going to be a campaign setting for Birmingham and certain places, but plus the Somme during World War One, because the game does flashbacks to the Somme during World War One.
Okay.
Oh.
So it actually has World War One weapon combat rules for weapons, machine guns, all that stuff. So very, very cool game. We've announced it, but we haven't done a lot of push. I actually have a video conference, my attorney and them coming up in 2 weeks, and we're getting the entire release package, and we're going to be able to release it. We're going to be able to basically announce it.
What's the system going to be?
It's going to be D6.
Okay.
Like in Star Wars?
Star
D6?
Wars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ghostbusters Star Wars D6.
Yep.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Something different. I actually originally pushed for D20, but they wanted D6, and I was like, you know what? Actually, that's pretty freaking cool.
Fits better, I think.
Yeah. So very, very cool game. And it is really nice because it's an officially licensed product. And, to be such a small game company, I get asked by a couple of people, how do you get these licenses? You just push. When they say, yeah, we're thinking about it. No, you're not thinking about it. Damn it! I'm going to shove my name down your throat, and I'm going to give you ideas. I submit, and this is just what worked for me. I asked for the license. They said no. I asked for a license again. They said it's not part of our plan. Then I went ahead and I put together kind of like a mini core set of rules, and I sent it to them along with artwork that I drew. And they were like, huh? And then I had a couple video conferences, and within about 4 months of that, they were like, license.
Excellent.
So
Good for you.
you got to push. And that's the problem with a lot of creators and publishers. I think the problem is when you're dealing with such a big production company and you hear the word no, it's easy to go, they said freaking no, man. It's no. No means no. No, it doesn't. I learned something. When it comes to those type, big names, no means I'm not interested in dealing with you because I don't know what you can produce and I already have people. You've got to kind of show them, because like with Peaky Blinders, they did not want anything to do with me until I submitted my 120-page kind of synopsis, sample game idea for NPCs, idea for stuff. And it showed them that I was serious.
Yeah.
And that I knew what I was doing. I'm not trying to brag here, but I think it showed them that I semi knew what I was doing. And it gave them, I think, conceptualization in their head that, wait a minute here, because I don't even know if they were ever thinking of a game, And then when they approved it, they kind of went ahead. They gave information, and I was like, "Oh, that's a new way of doing, Peaky Blinders story." No, that's in the new movie that they just put out. So it's going to be a really cool RPG. Like I said, we're gonna be able to announce it. It's a massive package, lots of cool stuff, and I'm just Wizard Tower Games, man. I mean, I'm like the wee little guy sitting in the room with all of us right now. I'm like the small guy, and it's just the idea of don't take no for an answer,
Right.
but you gotta give them a reason why they need to say no to yes.
There you
You
go.
know, and I'm not trying. If I sound arrogant, I really am not trying to sound
Yeah,
arrogant.
you're proud of the work you've done and how far
Yeah,
you guys
Well,
come on the project.
I want to
hope it
help
works
other
out.
people too understand that. Listen, there's a lot of people that try to get licenses and they get told no. They get the not interested. Thank you for submitting, and they're like, okay, it's over with. No, if you're passionate about that IP, give them a reason to say yes. And sometimes that's ignoring their no. That's ignoring their we're not interested. They told me they were not interested, and my first line in my formal letter when I did my synopsis to them, I was like, "You originally told me you're not interested. I'm going to tell you the reason why you're going to be interested." I literally said that to them in my letter to them.
Oh,
So it's just like shove yourself down their throats. Show them that you're going to do it, and that's advice for everybody when you're told no on a project.
So David Thompson is correcting your pronunciation of
I saw that.
Birmingham.
Birmingham or just hold
My
on.
apologies.
Worm.
But James is agreeing with you. Don is 100% correct. No is not a defeat. It is simply a lack of advancement.
Yes.
Every big IP I ever got, Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Shadowrun, I got by asking and pushing.
That's the man himself who did it too. Hell, I would kill to work on Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. God, I'd give a pint of blood if they wanted it.
Just one?
I'd give 3 or 4.
Just let me hydrate first.
Hell, you want a freaking kidney? I would do a kidney for Star Wars. Eric and people on my page know what a Star Wars fan I am.
Yes.
My printer going off right now, my 3D printer, my little small one, I'm doing a frame for a 5-foot Millennium Falcon.
5 foot.
Yeah, I'm making a 5-foot Millennium Falcon. Eric,
Somebody has some space in their house.
Well, you actually have one of your replicas are in or was in the
Kathleen Kennedy's office. I built that in those pictures where you see the X-wing behind her desk. That's my X-wing. I made an X-wing that contract for her.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yep. But I'm doing I'm doing work for Peter Atkinson right now for his new movie too.
So speaking of multimedia, I'm putting my date skills to use, and I shared something, Eric.
Okay.
So this is only a prototype, but I hope by the beginning of summer having this finished. But so basically, the idea is I have a data format, and my book is already well formatted, so I can just transform it. But when you click on an entry,
Jesus Christ, Rob, what the hell? How late do you stay up at night? Holy shit.
I know, it's
sorry,
ridiculous.
Don, it took me 2 hours to bang this out, so that's why it's so
2 hours? Oh, sorry, I didn't. You did that in 2 freaking hours.
Yeah, but the real work is.
You know what? I don't know about you, but I don't feel worthy here. You know what I
mean? Yeah. When he showed me how big he was going to make his map,
so you can zoom in pretty good on the map.
Man.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe out this map, put one that has none of these icons on it. I have all the latitude and long. I have the coordinate system in latitude and longitude.
You actually did a freaking coordinate system for the map, and you're going to wipe that out. And yeah, I'm not worthy. Nope. I'm not worthy.
Well, let me give my pitch. Damn it. Anyway, I'm going to turn these into labels, clickable label, just like the one here, and then that way, when you zoom on the map, you click on it, this will appear. And this is, oh yeah, I do have the longitude, latitude tape. So I
Yeah,
can,
you're gonna have to create some numbers for that map. It's so big, man, Rob.
I mean numbers.
Wow.
You're gonna have to create new ones because it's
Oh.
so large. Yeah.
But so I hope to add this, have this available for people to use, and that would give me a leg up on, when I think it's Western Reaches were hit, and Domenwood, because I'll have something they don't have. So, and as you can see that I planned for expansion.
You think?
Yeah, a bit.
A little bit, right? Because that one section you do have mapped is so freaking dense, anyways.
I know
you could run 1,000 campaigns in just that postage stamp.
Yeah, I know, Tim. I don't know if I'll get around, but maybe if I like in version 3 of this, I can have editable, so people, when they can fill out their own areas and add it to the map. I don't know what. I might not have the website. It might crush my bandwidth for my website, but it'll be there. But as you can see, some regions have a little bit more work in progress. Like this is the Eastgate region, and at some point in like 2028 or 2027, I'll be coming out with the city state of Eastgate, and that's where it's going to be. So anyway, I just wanted to show this off. But
that's
initial
nice
part should be
freaking work, Rob. Sorry, but I'm gonna speak up. You do really well done. Not only well done, but the way you do your maps is really well balanced.
He did say edible, yes.
Oh, good. It wasn't just me. I was going to make the. Did Joe the lawyer suddenly drop in here and start?
Yeah, yes, James. My northern march is technically just a small slice of a much larger world. I think I quoted Obi-Wan there somewhere. Okay, anyway.
Probably.
Nurse of the Year is done. I have multiple Star Wars tattoos, including a half sleeve with Obi-Wan on one side and Darth Vader on the other.
Nice. Yeah, I do little models, guys.
Oh, you 5 foot.
Don't undersell it. You're doing a 5 foot goddamn Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. I was kind of joking because you all know that on my page I post pictures. I do a lot of big studio scale stuff, 2-3 foot long stuff. That's like common for me. But I admit the 5 foot Falcon, it's a commitment.
I would say so. Yeah. You should put it over one of those Barbie Jeeps, and then you could drive around.
Good one, yeah. Yeah. Actually, this is actually for an attorney in Ann Arbor.
Nice.
So it's not for me because although my wife likes my model building and my Tiger tanks and such, I think I stretch it with a 5 foot Millennium Falcon when I go, honey, can I print this?
Is the hull removable so you can see the interior?
No. It's a static display for their they want it for their lobby. They're big Star Wars freaks. We're doing like a 2 foot. We're doing a 2 foot long snow speeder form. After this is done, we're doing the big frigate, the Star E-80 frigate, the Rebel frigate. The big long one that I think was this hospital ship originally. We're doing a 3 foot version of that for her and her husband. So, yeah, 5 foot Falcon makes them real fans. Trust me.
Thanks, Eric.
Yep.
So I'm going to blow your mind even more, Don. Can you share my screen again?
Oh gosh.
Hold on.
Your maps blow my mind because the way it's not only how you it's not so much the map, but it's your balance on how you put everything in there. It makes sense. Good God. Jesus Christ, Rob.
So I discovered with the Waterlands that the hardware capacity of the computer I own, which isn't that big of a hardware, allows me to draw maps at full print scale. So this map is 10 feet wide, 8 feet long. You can kind of see here. So all I have to do to make any arbitrary map, whether letter size or that 12 by 18, is just crop out what I want. But I will never, ever have alignment issues because I draw it as is. And you can see that I am drawing some outline areas as expansion.
Yeah.
Actually, what I'm doing here is that for my Scourge of the Demon Wolf, I am not quite sticking to the Northport region of the Northern Marches. I'm going to add a little bit to the south and the west. So this boundary that you see here is the letter size map that a template. It's the boundary of the letter size map template. So I'm going to draw this out, crop it, and that's going to be, I'm going to detail these villages here, detail these villages here, and that's what's going to be in the Northern Marches. So you're going to get a little bit of extra, not just a reprint of what's in the Northern Marches.
Well, my wife is in her sewing room watching this show right now. So, honey, don't you ever again tell me that I am suffering from anal retentiveness on my projects. Okay? Because this guy has me beat like by tenfold. Rob,
Yeah, I already drew.
I'm not worthy. You're damn good at what you do, and I'm just going to say that real quick.
Yeah, I have. I don't know. Do you guys see the layer dialogue here?
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can see I have the layered it the hell and back. So I can configure this map any number of ways. Those white maps that are in my book.
Rob, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt. I got to ask you, for general information, what software program do you use? I know what you're using because I can see it, but for everybody else, what do you use? Because you use the same one I do.
Yes, I use CorelDRAW.
Excellent.
And more importantly, I use CorelDRAW 2019 because CorelDRAW, after turning with CorelDRAW 2020, you don't get this smooth zoom action anymore. You can still
actually,
zoom in and out.
Actually, yes, you do. The new CorelDRAW that I just upgraded to, the new Corel, it does. You're safe.
I am not going to do it on the show, but you betcha I'm going to immediately go after the show.
Yep.
Try that on 2026.
Yep. You get that, and also their tracing tool, their layering tools improved like massively improved.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. I'm a big Corel guy. I get in fights and arguments in other groups all the time because people call Corel shit. I'm like, you're using like probably 2013.
But I did, because not everybody can afford Corel, but Inkscape is out there. I did export just the Northern Marches area.
Yep.
That's an SGV file compatible with Inkscape. And I've learned that Corel, it's not really, I wouldn't call it a bug, but when you export an SGV file from Corel, it doesn't work well with Inkscape on a Mac. It turns out if you open that SGG file in Affinity and resave it as an SGV file, then it will work in a Mac.
You can also take it and open up the SVG file in Corel Photo, and you can go ahead and export it then, and it works in Inkscape beautifully.
Oh, I'll try that then. That's a good tip. I didn't know Photo takes.
Yes. The new version of Photo for Corel.
Okay.
For people that don't know, Corel has CorelDRAW. They have Corel Photo. Corel Photo is basically like Photoshop. Okay. CorelDRAW is a general vector graphic. I use it to lay out books sometimes even. Mm-hmm. It's a general overall excellent tool for like if you're going to do anything vector based and such, or anything heavily image based. CorelDRAW is a really good it's a really good tool for it. And for anybody who goes, CorelDRAW is shit, I remember it back in the day, you're 100% right. Back in CorelDRAW, when it was CorelDRAW 2012 and below, it was utter dog shit piled up high. Now they are a real serious player for layout, and they do something that Photoshop and Adobe does not even do. When you take Adobe and you do something with it, you have to do a thing called pre-flight in your PDF. And what a pre-flight is it's a checker to make sure through Adobe that all of your fonts are embedded, all of your images correct to for RBG or for CMYK. Corel automatically embeds all fonts. So it saves you a massive step in creating things like books and manuals and such.
Yes, I am, Doug.
Sorry, I am a total Corel slut. I admit it. Mini skirt, high heels, and fishnet stockings. I'm Corel loyal.
Okay, so Don, I just opened it up in 2026.
Yes.
So he couldn't wait. Yeah, I knew he was going to do it.
Yep.
They didn't quite fix it, but they made it a hell of a lot faster.
Yes. And are you in your settings properly? Because you can adjust
Yes.
your settings.
I know what the setting you're talking about, but if
Yep.
oh shit! I mean, we're on the show. We might share it.
So Dawn, I got to share a story or a map story with you about Rob, because
Yeah.
Rob and I have been gaming together since what, the mid '80s or something like that, Rob, or early '80s, somewhere along those lines.
85.
So Rob used to be our GM for regular play, and every time he would come to play, Rob had his caravan of supplies he brought with him. And one of the things he would always
Still have my
bring.
caravan.
Oh, you're gonna bring it? Yeah. He used to have these wooden boxes that had these metal shards on them that you always risked tetanus when you got near them because they would just tear the shit out of you.
Holy
But, okay,
shit. Is that it?
Yeah, so you see those maps in there. He's been carrying those maps around since the 80s. They usually had tube top socks, like the top of a tube top sock cut off. So that would keep his suit. And he would roll those out on the table, and they were the best thing. And they are all hand done, all hand drawn.
Nice.
Because before Corel, he hand drew everything.
Yep.
And it would
Nice.
just be
Still have
maps
the
and
goddamn
maps.
stock.
You still do have the Shoot.
They're great. They're
Yeah.
cheap.
Don't knock it. It works, man. It works, okay?
Oh yeah, it was a smart thing because you can keep them rolled up and it doesn't damage the maps at all. Those are still the original maps there, Rob, huh?
Yeah, I'm pulling those out.
Oh God, yeah. But it was just really fascinating to kind of be able to look at the whole world like that. You know, kind of gave us.
Oh,
I
wow,
know
that's
it's Friday,
nice.
But this, I didn't trace this. I didn't scan this. I had the original my Waterland maps.
Nice.
I had the original Waterland map to my right, and I eyeballed each hex to make sure that the coastline. So I kind of figured out like this one right here. If it had that little zigzag right there, that's what I drew. In fact, this particular map has a one hex row column flaw. If I superimpose this over, one of these is shifted over because I missed a hex. I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque at one point, but this is my majestic Waterland. I didn't mean to make
Nice.
it.
Nice work.
This is my own setting based on the Waterland, not meant to be a duplicate of the Waterland. And I didn't make that mistake when I did the drive-through RPG version. But yeah, and I didn't just stop there. I mean, I have a whole crap load.
Yep.
But you know, the thing is,
I'm not done.
You're never.
but are those
you're
your
never
real
done,
quick,
Rob.
Rob?
Not
Question
with,
for you.
Overland maps either.
Yeah, but
Robbie's
question,
got a question.
Are
Oh,
those
what's the
your
question?
basic maps that you started with that you have based all your other stuff off of?
Repeat that.
Okay, are those the maps that you began with and that you've eventually kind of like based your world and such off of? So those are your initial color pencil drawings that you use for gaming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
these are-
you basically now transfer them over and you use those maps as your basis for your world you're doing now.
Well, no, because legally they're copyrighted judges' skills.
No, I'm talking about in general. You know, they basically have a map that inspired you.
Yeah, because the Waterlands, for those of you who don't know, I mean, it's like it's like supplement 3 Spinward Marches of Travel.
Yeah.
You got a paragraph and a hex list of worlds in
Yeah.
your code and nothing else. So one person's Spinward Marches could be very different than another person's Spinward Marches.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so that's what happened with me. But more so, my map started falling apart, and I'm not going to do it this show, but down here there's a box with my fall apart maps. I did eventually buy fresh copies,
Nice.
but one day when I was doing this, Tim and Dwayne went from the city-state of the Invincible Overlord and to the city-state of the World Emperor, and the journey took like 4 days.
Yeah.
And I went, what? We mean it took 4
Remember
days.
that.
And I said, yeah. And I counted out the hex and showed with the 5-mile hex. Yeah, it's a 4-day journey. I started thought, Rob, you make your world a lot better. So when I redrew these, I said, you know what? I got all this harm material that I use for encounters, and I don't, even when I don't use harm, I use parts of it.
Yep.
I'm going to ease the burden on myself. So I turned all these hexes to 12.5-mile hexes and expanded my world. Now my world maps match the world size that my players thought it was.
But real quick, Rob, what you did then is, and this is really important for gamers, I think in general, is on the fly you saw an immediate need to make a major modification, and you did it on the fly for your players, and that's part of being a good DM. Also, though, going back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, and I run. I applied that principle to world building too, rather than do something metagamey. Like I ran, like for example, everybody was interested in what magic like, and it got to the point where we were bouncing ideas for the next campaign to run, and I said, hey, why don't we all play magic user? Not like, well, let's not use Ars Magica. Let's do something in City State. Let's see what magic users are like in City State. Yeah. So I ran an all mage campaign, as I call it, and that's where we fleshed out the Order of Thought. Of course, a lot of Ars Magica worked its way in it because it's great material, but we kind of made it our own. And Tim had one of the greatest speech by a PC ever made, and it was just an awesome campaign. And but what I was reaching for here to show off was where the heck? This looks like to be it. That's it. No, that's the original. City State.
This is what it was like in game 2, guys, just so you know.
I know, Tim. I know. Oh, well.
You know what? Sometimes, you got to kind of
that's the
slog
cost.
through the thick
I had it in a Harn tube. So the first
he has a hold on. He's got a freaking Harn tube.
Yeah,
who has a freaking Harn tube here? I don't.
All the Harn maps I have. I have 2 of them, in fact.
I think there for a while, Rob was the one guy keeping Harn in business.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tim.
So this all started in college. I had geography as a minor to my comp sci.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because GIS was a big thing.
I'm joking.
Just like that one movie where it said that one word with plastic. Well, somebody told me look into GIS. I love map making. I said, sure, why the fuck not? So, so they one of the requirements of the GIS map, the classes, you had to learn to draw maps for real on vellum and stuff. So it taught me the wonders of light table. So I did my classwork, my class project, and I still had access to the lab. I thought my city-state map was falling apart, and I thought, as good a job as Bob Bledsaw does and how evocative it is, I didn't think I wanted something more realistic. So I drew my own.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite maps.
So this is my Majestic Waterland version.
Hey, Rob, real quick. Please explain to me exactly what that map is, because that is freaking gorgeous.
Well, this is the city-state of the Invincible Overlord, and I'll show you the original.
Oh my God, no, seriously, hand-drawn pencil.
This is the original by Bledsaw. Same, similar layout to the city. Okay.
No, you knocked it out of the park. Your map is like miles and miles.
So, and I loved Harn, so I wanted a Harn version of City-State with the stuff that me and Tim and Dwayne and all the other.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
So
Just, that is
as
just
you can see,
beautiful.
I made better fortifications. So
Yeah, no, you made better everything. Let's get that clarified.
So so this is it. But here I did something. I didn't. This is not what. This is the finished product. But I
Hold on a minute, Rob. Rob, 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I got to know something about that map.
what?
Okay, first of all, besides that thing being absolutely freaking gorgeous and also geometrically gorgeous to me in my OCDI, do you have each building mapped out, or at least the majority of them, what they are?
No. But
So
I solved
no,
that problem. I
that's a
solved
good
that
no.
problem 5 years ago.
No, that's a good thing. So basically, you have the gorgeous map, and you're letting the players basically fill in the blanks.
Sure.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah, Tim, he played a crime lord, and he wanted what
Oh
his
my God,
townhouse
that's
was
fucking-
like, and I gave him one of the buildings, and he drew the floor plan to that building. He had the outline, drew the floor plan. But what I did, Don, was I stopped the map when I had the black outline, and I found out the college had a blueprint photocopier. So I photocopied the map, and this is what the key is.
Fucking, oh, sorry. Oh my God, are you serious?
I didn't ruin my fucking color map with the key.
No, that's.
And then after I ran off a couple copies of this, and then I colored in the map.
Oh
And this
my
is what I
God.
used for the table.
I'm not saying this to kiss your ass on the show. You are blowing my freaking mind, and I'm not joking.
Well, here's the thing. That's not the last time I drew city-state. I drew it
Oh
twice.
no, I didn't. That's the last time I drew another one. What the hell? Why not on a Sunday afternoon? Holy shit!
Where is it? Oh my God!
We're dealing with the sage here.
I feel like Gandalf in that fucking library, except I'm not finding.
No, I'm just having flashbacks of when we used to play in person all the time together, Rob.
I know you are, and it's embarrassing as hell because that's not my finest moment.
Yeah. This is where the chant used to be. Just make it up, Rob. Just make it up.
Well, I'm just going to have to. Hey, I did a computer version of that, Don, on my Waterlands. My
Yeah,
Pacific
that
Waterlands.
one's very nice. I should
That
have a
wasn't as
copy with
nice.
my reach.
But okay, you saw the original city-state map.
Yeah.
So this is before it all went down with Judges Guild, and I was tired of them fumbling on their Kickstarter. And I finally had an idea to help them bail them out of their own jam. So I said, Bob, if you give me the privilege of redrawing the city-state map the way I did the Sea King stuff, that was the project I did in 2009 that gave me the license for the Judges Guild. I'll offer it to the Kickstarter backers. Just let me sell it for other people. So I redrew the original city-state of the Invincible Overlord.
Oh my God, you did that?
And this is the most accurate version.
No, really?
And I did a full color that's utterly faithful to the original. I didn't paint it. Not the diss on painters, but they always, when they make these painted maps like Goodman Games is about to come out, it's always an interpretation. I said, screw that. I'm going to do it the way I do it, but I'm going to stay original. So every wall, every door, all the little nooks and crannies in the plaza of profuse pleasures is all in there.
And labor.
No, I'm sorry, the park of obscene statues.
Obscene statues, right? Yeah.
Right there. I did add a little bit of stuff in the refuge because it is the town dump. So
Do they, Rob, real quick, did they allow you to kind of have a little bit of creative freedom?
they would have. I was on good terms enough. I could have gotten away with it, but no. The whole point of this is to reprint the original, but for a modern audience. The way make it so when they buy this, they get the original, but it's a kid who had no nostalgia can still say, "Hey, this is a good map."
Gotcha.
So that way they get the appeal of going with City State. Now, because I was successful with this, they let me do the Wildlands map, and that was a bit of creative edit because I did it in the Harn style that I usually draw in. I didn't do it in the I didn't do that in the a faithful recreation of the original.
Gotcha.
But
your map work,
I did fix all the mistakes that the original team made, and they were mistakes.
Yeah, but your maps, Rob, are just so. And I'm sorry. I'm not trying to harp on it as an act. I'm being dead serious. Your map work is gorgeous, gorgeous.
And well, thank you. Well, and here is just before Judges Guild, the stuff went down. I finally got this map done, and this is my majestic Waterlands.
That's just beautiful.
I never was able to publish it, but I ordered the proof copy, and I was ready to do something with it. But yeah,
I'm sorry. It's just your work is just so beautiful, and I'm not joking. And for the record, me and Rob share a printer fetish. It's kind of kinky, I admit. But Rob's map work is blowing me away. I mean, I've never seen this stuff before, and it's just like, amazing.
Here it is. I tried to escape. So this is my first stab at my first major computer-generated map. I got better.
Damn it! I got better. That's like my level. I'm looking at that going, if I did that, I'd be like, I'm really doing good. He's like, I just used to get better.
Well, I mean, if we're going to show up, if we're going to talk,
hold on. We got him going now. He's off.
Watch out, guys. He's going to be whipping it out now.
And he's wearing pants, folks.
Welcome to the Rob Connolly hour.
I'm going to sit back, drink my Coca-Cola, and my beef jerky, and be happy and be amazed by his maps.
Yeah. That was always the fun thing when we used to game together, just being able to game with these maps. Yeah. Just got your imagination just going crazy, just seeing the maps, and just made you want to go do things.
So these maps
with that
page in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Real quick,
Aaron, you weren't there, Don.
Real quick, read Agile Monk's comment out loud.
This is why Rob and I are heterosexual life mates when it comes to maps.
I don't even want to know what that's about.
But Rob, it's a compliment, trust me, but not in like a homo getaway.
This was printed with my ET 8550.
The ET 8550.
Yep, 12-inch by 18. Can go up to 13-inch by 19.
Yes, you can, but that'll have a border.
Wide laminator, and
yep,
I had to trim the edges a little bit because turns out they don't. I don't know where the hell you buy 12-inch by 18-inch laminating pouches.
I can help. I'll send you a link. I got a source for it.
Well, okay, long as it doesn't, because when they say 12-inch by 18-inch, they really mean it's 12-inch wide.
No, this is like a little bit larger.
Yeah,
it's like 12 and a quarter by 8 and a quarter. Rob,
no,
question.
I printed these all out for page.
But question for your maps. Serious question, no joke. Now you number every square, correct?
Yeah.
Please tell people that don't know, because there's people that don't know. Why would you number each hexagon?
Well,
I know that.
You got this. Good Lord.
There's people that don't know why that's done. I just want Rob to be able to explain it because he's a map maker.
I wish it was done more.
Oh,
amen to that.
So you got this big old thick reference book, and you flip it over, and you want to know where the hell is 16, the ruined hut, right here underneath my thumb.
Okay.
You got to find that on the map. Now, the Greyhawk map, as classic as it is, you're going to have to go all the way to the edge. and go through dozens of hexes just to find out where.
Yes.
And looks like I don't have black marks with me, but I'll use it as an example. So you can go here, and then you can look on the hex number for 1412 or 1416 and see it's right there. Okay, so more so you can go to reverse. You can go here, and I see a ruin in 1717, and I know this is on the Great Glacier map. So you can go into the book. Look at this top, see Great Glacier location. And then it's all in numerical order. 1717. You can find that it's the ancient sewers.
Yes. So basically, you are utilizing your map numbers as a reference into your manuals to make it easier for players to be able to find out where they're at. And that's the whole core
Well, the
thing.
referee, the player's map,
Yeah,
you
the
don't have
referee.
hex numbers.
Yes, but at the end of the day, what you're doing is you are deferring back to a very old school method, though. I mean that's like a back in the day kind of thing that players
I
don't
was
really
first
realize.
pioneered in wargaming,
Yep.
the North African war game that you first used that hex number.
Tunisia.
Oh yeah. So about that Darlene Flanass map, Zach Henderson did the bitmap version. I kind of redrew it digitally as well.
Is anybody surprised? Show of hands. Show of hands.
We worked hand in hand because he figured out how to. He had to do his layered, and he did a lot of work with the text. So he had to layer with all the text separately, and that was key for me to make a digital version that you could scale at any time, at any size. And I'm going to give Eric the link to that, so you can all download it because it's free to download.
Rob, I'm serious, and I'm not doing it for the show. I am literally your map work is just absolutely gorgeous, and it is, and it looks good, but it not only looks good, but it works. It literally works with the systems that you're using, and that's a lot. That says a lot. No joke. I thought I was a good graphic designer. I'm hubbub by you when it comes to maps.
Well, I had a tough audience. Tim, Dwayne, and Dave, and all my other friends.
Yep.
Josh.
I can imagine.
And I imagine that you're the type of person that when someone critiques your work, you listen to them and you learn by it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't accept every piece of advice because sometimes it doesn't work.
No, you don't.
But if somebody says something, and I go, most often I'll go, yeah, you know what? If I do it that way, it would make it easier to use, and it's still keeping it with what my overall creative goals is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why not? I know it happened on. Oh yeah, it happened on the Kickstarter. Somebody said, "Hey Rob, can we have SGVs of all the heraldry?" Sure. Took me 2 hours one evening to export each of my SGV. Had to track down 2 that I did in other files, but no. Now there's a whole folder full of SGVs for the heraldry. Not sure why they want them, but they want them. So cool.
Yeah. You're a hell of a map maker, my friend. I mean,
Yep, and I got more in the hopper to plan. Although I have an RPG to write and a adventure to get out first.
Adventure.
Scourge of the Demon Wolf, 2nd edition.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, I am writing my RPG, but I take like 15 to half hour out every day to write one more section of it. But when I sit down for evenings, I'm working on Scourge and fulfilling the Kickstarter. But that's going to probably go away by WizardCon. So toward late April, after WizardCon, it's going to be Scourge, so I can get it out before.
Nice.
Don't know if I'll have it at North Texas because of the long print times, but I'll have it ready by North Texas. And I'm not going to need the Kickstarter. Jason Schultes, I already paid for the art by Jason Schultes, so that's all good. And just need to replace one chapter of the original and relay it out, and it'll be good.
Well, folks, I think we are at the witching hour.
Hour show, let me tell you.
Yeah, it is 9:50. Normally we pull the plug after 90 minutes, but we had so much going on. We had Rob show and tell, but no reach arounds. It was disappointing.
Damn, it is already 9:50.
Oh, well, there's one more thing.
I'm blown away.
What?
This is my map tub.
The map, he brings out a freaking laundry basket.
Oh
I'm
my
fucking
God.
humbled, man.
Wow.
You had to get rid of
I
that.
have all my favorite, my GURPS battle map
Great.
I still use from time to time.
Oh gosh, yeah, you've had that forever.
And real quick, seriously, I want to say, Tim, it was nice meeting you. Seriously.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you too,
Yeah.
John.
Same here.
And you too, Glenn. Yeah.
So, Rob, you got any other freaking laundry baskets? I don't know, SUV back ends, anything like that for maps?
Oh, he probably does.
Trash
somewhere.
cans,
Not tonight,
freaking,
but I
Don't
have,
ask
I
him
have
for the
stuff there
digital
that dates
collection.
back to the late 70s in my city box of city-state notes.
I'm not worried. I'm eating fucking beef jerky, drinking Coca-Cola, and watching awesome maps. What a nice Friday night.
Well, for me, it would be Pepsi Zero, but the beef, I'm on the same page with the beef jerky.
You gonna Zach is actually watching, and he thanks you for the shout out, Rob.
Yeah, Zach. Hey, if it wasn't for you, I would not have I would not have been able to get digital map. There was no way I could have Corel scan what I need to scan and have all that text in the way. So you helped me with some other sticky points to make the project possible.
So, folks, huge thank you to everybody in the chat. Huge thank you to Agile, My Ear Trumpet for gifting. You're awesome. But as it stands right now, we are 12 memberships away from 200.
Wow.
Minions, as we call them here in the
Damn.
tavern.
Good deal.
So maybe we'll get to the footing
Right,
of the
Dave.
month. We shall see. Thank you to Glenn, Rob, Tim, and of course Don.
Just cleaning up the mess, folks.
Not always the way. All right, folks. Next live stream is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. It might be 2. There might be one at 9 o'clock with DM Angelo. I believe there's one on Saturday night at 7 on Rumble. The gray hair is because I love you all. And maybe I'll cut it. Buy his book. Buy his book, folks.